Morning, September 30th, 1927. Ruth's apartment, New York. Quiet, too quiet, empty. Claire still sleeping. Ruth sitting alone, kitchen table, coffee untouched, staring at nothing, thinking about everything, about record, about season, about what today might bring, about what today represents, about who won't see it, who can't see it, who's gone, forever. His mother, Katie Ruth, dead. 3 months ago, June, heart attack, sudden, unexpected, devastating. Ruth got telegram during road trip. Mother passed, come home, came home, too late, already gone. Funeral small, private, few people. Ruth didn't cry, not there, not publicly, just stood, stone-faced, silent, processing, not believing, not accepting, not ready. Mother gone. Woman who gave birth to him, woman who tried, woman who couldn't, woman who sent him away, to orphanage. At age 7, woman he resented, for years, for abandonment, for giving up, for not trying harder, but also woman he understood. Eventually, woman doing best she could, woman who loved him, despite everything, despite poverty, despite inability, despite giving him up, still loved him, always loved him, and now she's gone. And Ruth never told her, never said words, never expressed forgiveness, never shared success, never brought her to game, never let her see what he became, who he became, how far he came, from orphanage boy to babe Ruth. She never saw that, and now never will. That's weight, that's burden, that's pain, Ruth carrying every day, every game, every moment, since June, since telegram, since funeral, since goodbye, he never got to say. Today different though, today special, today historic, maybe, possibly, hopefully. Today he might hit 60, home run number 60, breaking own record, set last year, 59 home runs, single season, unprecedented, unmatched, unstoppable, until now. Until this season, until today. Maybe, if baseball gods allow, if timing aligns, if moment arrives, then 60. New record, new history, new everything. But without her, without mother, without woman who started it all, by giving him life, by giving him up, by giving him chance, at St. Mary's, with Brother Matthias, with baseball, with everything. That's irony, that's tragedy, that's what makes today complicated. Should be pure joy, pure celebration, pure triumph, but mixed with grief, with loss, with absence. That's today. That's 60. That's life. Beautiful and painful. Always. Forever. Simultaneously. Stadium. Yankee Stadium. Afternoon. September 30th, 1927. Last series of season. Yankees already clinched pennant. Season successful. Historic. Best team ever assembled. Ruth having career year. 59 home runs already. Tied own record. One more makes history. Creates immortality. Cements legacy. Everyone knows this. Everyone watching. Everyone waiting. For 60. For moment. For Babe Ruth doing impossible. Again. Ruth arriving. Clubhouse. Teammates gathering. Congratulating preemptively. Today's the day, babe. Number 60. History. Ruth smiling, forcing smile, fake smile, hollow smile. Because today should be perfect, but isn't, can't be, won't be. Not without her, not without mother, knowing she'll never know, never see, never understand what her son became, what her abandonment created, what her sacrifice produced. That's weight Ruth carrying, invisible weight, secret weight, nobody knowing, nobody understanding. But Ruth not sharing, not explaining, not discussing, just carrying, silently, privately, painfully, getting dressed, putting on uniform. Number 3, pinstripes, Yankees, everything he is, everything he became, everything she never witnessed. Taping bat, same ritual, same routine, same preparation, but different purpose, different meaning, different dedication. Today's not for record, not for history, not for fame. Today's for her, for mother, for Katie, for woman who gave him everything, by giving him nothing, by giving him away, by giving him chance. That's who 60 is for. if it happens, if baseball allows, if moment comes, then 60. For her, for Ma, for goodbye never said, for forgiveness never expressed, for love never spoken. All of it, in one swing, one moment, one home run. That's hope, that's prayer, that's purpose. Today, game starting. Washington Senators visiting. Final series, meaningless game. Season decided, but not meaningless. Not today, not for Ruth. Today means everything. First inning, Ruth batting third, walking to plate, crowd roaring, 60,000 people, everyone chanting, "Ruth! Ruth! Ruth!" Everyone wanting, hoping, expecting, 60, right now, first at-bat, perfect story, perfect timing, perfect moment. Pitcher Tom Zachary, veteran, tough, competitive, not giving in, not serving up pitch, making Ruth earn it. First pitch, outside, ball, second pitch, inside, ball 2, third pitch, strike, down middle, good pitch. Ruth taking, watching, waiting, fourth pitch, curve, outside, ball 3, full count, 3-2. Everything on next pitch. Zachary throwing, fastball, outside corner, borderline, Ruth swinging, missing, strike 3, out, walking back, crowd groaning. And disappointed, wanting history, getting strikeout. Ruth not upset, not frustrated, just waiting, patient, knowing. It'll come, when meant to, when right, when she's ready, to give him moment. Third inning. Ruth batting again. Same anticipation, same hope, same tension. Zachary careful, pitching around him, walking him. Intentionally almost. Ruth reaching first. No drama, no history, just walk, just base, just waiting. Fifth inning, Ruth's turn again, third at bat, final chances running out. Game ending soon, season ending soon, opportunity closing, now or never, today or never. 60 or 59, history or almost, legacy or footnote, everything balanced on next few pitches. Zachary knowing, understanding, not wanting to be answered a trivia question. Who gave up Ruth's 60th? Not wanting that, fighting that, preventing that, throwing carefully, strategically, defensively, but must throw strikes, must challenge, can't walk him every time. Ruth waiting, watching, understanding, reading, anticipating, first pitch, fastball, low, ball 1, second pitch, curve, high, ball 2, behind and count, must throw strike, must challenge, must risk. Third pitch coming, fastball, middle in, hittable, dangerous, perfect. Ruth ready, bat coming through, crack, sound different, louder, more meaningful, more perfect. Ball launching, not just flying, rising, higher than normal, farther than normal, better than normal, going, gone, over fence, deep into right field. Stands home run, number 60, record broken, history made, immortality achieved, crowd erupting, absolute chaos. 60,000 people screaming, jumping, celebrating, witnessing, history happening right here, right now, right before eyes. The Babe Ruth, 60 home runs, single season, unthinkable, impossible, perfect. But Ruth not celebrating, not jumping, not raising arms, just running. Slowly, head down, around first, around second. Something wrong, something different, something nobody's seeing yet. Tears on his face, streaming down, Ruth crying, not from joy, not from triumph, from grief, from loss, from thinking about her, about mother, about Katie, about woman who should be here, should be watching, should be knowing that her son, her abandoned son, her orphaned son, just made history, just became immortal, just achieved impossible, and she's not here, can't know, won't see, forever. That's why tears, that's why pain, that's why Ruth crying, while 60,000 celebrate, while teammates cheer, while history records, Ruth mourning, privately, publicly, simultaneously. One rounding third, approaching home, tears still flowing, teammates waiting, not noticing yet, too excited, too celebratory, too focused on history, not seeing pain, not understanding grief, not recognizing That this moment, this triumph, this record, is also goodbye, is also forgiveness, is also love, never spoken, never shared, never expressed, until now, until 60, until this, until goodbye home run, for mother who never got to see, who never got to know, who never got to understand what her sacrifice created, what her abandonment produced, what her son became. That's 60. That's record, that's truth. Behind triumph, behind history, behind legend, human pain, human loss, human love, forever complicated, forever mixed, forever real, crossing home plate, teammates mobbing, hugging, celebrating, Ruth forcing smile, wiping tears, quickly, yet subtly, hoping nobody noticed, but some did. Lou Gehrig, closest teammate, best friend, seeing, understanding, knowing something wrong, pulling Ruth aside, after celebration, after madness, after moment. Babe, you okay? Were you crying? Ruth nodding. Yeah. Why? You just made history. 60 home runs. That's incredible. I know, but my mother, she died this summer. She never got to see this, never knew. This one was for her, my way of saying goodbye, of saying sorry, of saying I love you, all things I never said, while she lived. So I said them today, with bat, with 60, with this. That's why tears, not sadness, love, complicated love, but love. Gehrig quiet, understanding, respecting. She would be proud. I hope so. I really hope so. She is. Wherever she is, she knows, she saw, she's proud. Trust that. Thanks, Lou. Thanks for understanding. Always, babe. Always. Walking back to dugout, sitting, alone, thinking, processing, feeling everything, joy and pain, triumph and grief, history and loss, all mixed, all real, all part of same moment, same achievement, same life. That's baseball. That's existence. That's human experience. Beautiful and tragic, always, forever, simultaneously. Game ending, Yankees winning. Ruth showering, changing, preparing to leave. Reporters waiting, questions coming about 60, about record, about history, about everything. Except truth, except pain, except mother. They don't know, don't understand, don't see. Just see hero, just see legend, just see Babe Ruth. Breaking records, making history, being great, not seeing human, hurting, grieving, missing mother, while breaking records, while making history, while being great. That's irony. That's privacy. That's Ruth's secret, his burden, his tribute, his goodbye, for Katie, for Ma, for woman who started everything, by giving him away, by sending him to orphanage, by making sacrifice. That created legend. That created Babe Ruth. That created this, all of this, including 60, including record, including history, including tears, all because of her, all for her, all in memory, forever, years later. Ruth interviewed about 60, about record, about 1927, about greatest season. Reporter asking, what do you remember most about hitting 60? Ruth thinking, pausing, being honest. The tears, what? I cried while rounding bases. Nobody talks about that. Everyone remembers record, remembers 60, remembers history. But I remember tears, remember pain, remember thinking about my mother, who died that summer, who never saw, who never knew what I became, what I achieved, what her sacrifice created. That's what I remember. Not celebration, not joy, not triumph, but grief, mixed with everything else, making moment complicated, making it real, making it human. Why did her death affect you so much? You weren't close. Ruth's face hardening. Says who? Says people who don't understand, who judge, who assume. My mother gave birth to me, gave life to me, then gave me up, to orphanage, at 7 years old. People think that means we weren't close, that I didn't care, that I didn't love her. They're wrong, completely wrong. I resented her, for years, for giving up, for not trying harder, for abandoning me. But I also understood her, eventually understood poverty, understood difficulty, understood impossible choices, between feeding child and giving child chance, at better life. She chose chance, chose sacrifice, chose my future over her present. That's love, real love, painful love, but love. And I never thanked her, never told her, never expressed how grateful I am for sacrifice, for choice, for giving me up so I could become this. So 60 was thank you, 60 was I love you, 60 was goodbye. All things I never said. While she lived, so I said them. With home run, with record, with tears. That's what 60 means to me. Not just number, not just record, but love letter. To mother, to Katie, to woman. Who created Babe Ruth? By giving away George Herman Ruth Jr. That's truth. That's 60. That's what nobody knows until now. Did it help? Hitting 60. Did it ease pain? No and yes. Pain never eases, never disappears, never stops. You just carry it. Learn to live with it and learn to honor it. 60 didn't erase grief, but transformed it into something meaningful, something beautiful, something eternal. My mother's sacrifice, now connected forever to baseball's greatest record, to moment, to history. She's part of that, always will be. That helps. Knowing she matters, knowing she's remembered, knowing her sacrifice meant something, created something, changed everything. That helps. Not healing, but helps. And sometimes that's enough. Has to be enough. Is enough. Claire Ruth, also interviewed, about that day, about 60, about tears. Did you know he was crying? Not during. I was in stands, too far to see. But after. Yes, he told me, that night, sitting at home, quiet. He said, I cried today, while running bases, thinking about my mother, about Katie, about her not being there, not seeing, not knowing. I held him. Let him talk, let him grieve, because that's what he needed. Not celebration, but space for complicated feelings, for mixed emotions, for grief and triumph, existing together. That's what 60 was for him. Not just achievement, but memorial, but goodbye, but love expressed. Too late, but expressed. Finally. Do you think his mother would be proud? Absolutely, without question, completely. Every mother is proud when child succeeds, especially when that child came from nothing, overcame everything, became something, became everything. Katie gave him up because she loved him, because she wanted better for him than she could provide. That's ultimate sacrifice, ultimate love, and it worked. It succeeded, it created. Babe Ruth, 60 home runs, history, legend, everything, all because she let him go. And so he could fly. That's why she'd be proud. That's why he cried. That's why 60 matters, beyond numbers, beyond records, beyond baseball. It's love story between mother and son, separated by poverty, united by sacrifice, remembered by home run, forever. That's beautiful. That's tragic. That's 60. That's Babe Ruth. That's human, always human, beneath legend, always human. Teammate present that day. Remembers, I saw tears, saw Babe crying while running, didn't understand, thought maybe overwhelmed by moment, by achievement, by pressure releasing, but later learned about mother, about grief, about complicated feelings, about 60 being more than just number, than just record, being memorial, being goodbye, being love. That changed how I see it, how I remember it. Not just great achievement, but human moment, beautiful moment, oh, painful moment, real moment. That's what makes it. Greater than statistics, greater than records, greater than baseball. It's human story about loss, about love, about honoring those who made us, even when, especially when, they're gone. That's 60. That's Babe. That's legacy. Not just home runs, but humanity. Not just power, but pain. Not just triumph, but truth. That we're all carrying something while achieving everything. That balance. That's life. That's what 60 taught me. That day, forever. Record stands for 34 years until 1961. Roger Maris, 61 home runs, breaking Ruth's record. But Maris is 61. Different story, different context, different meaning. Ruth's 60, never duplicated, never matched, never equaled, not in significance, not in emotion, not in truth. Because 60 wasn't just about baseball. It was about mother, about Katie, about goodbye, about love, about sacrifice, about everything. Beyond game, beyond sport, beyond numbers. That's why 60 endures, not as record. Records break, but as moment. Moments last forever, in hearts, in memories, in tears, shed by legend, while making history, while honoring mother, while being human. That's immortality, real immortality, not statistics, but stories, not numbers, but meaning, not achievements, but love. That's 60. That's Ruth. That's truth. Forever, always, beautifully, painfully, humanly. If this story of triumph mixed with grief moved you, please subscribe for more deeply human sports moments. And comment. Have you ever achieved something while missing someone who should have been there? Share your story of bittersweet success.